scream even louder, 'cause I'm not dying alone. I lost my best friend to 23. She left her body and hovered above me.
So we are back again with another video, and today we are going to be doing an Arsenal squad tier list for 2020-21, but we're going to do it, it's the squad for this year, but we're going to do it, how good have they been throughout their Arsenal career. Today we have joined with me, Igal from EGTV. How you doing, bro? Good, man. How you doing? Yeah, man, doing all right. But just before we get started, just for all the viewers, everyone watching on replay and everyone to know, what's your thoughts on Arteta? You know, I want to ask you a question. Give me, because are you an Arteta in or outer, first of all?
First of all, I'm Arsenal in. So in my opinion, I feel like the best thing for Arsenal to do is to have some continuity, stick with the manager, and move forward. So I would say I'm back in the team and I'm back in the manager.
Okay, so you're saying you're Arteta in then?
Basically, yeah.
Yeah. I want to ask you this about Arteta, because you're saying you're in. Then I want to ask you three reasons why you'd keep Arteta right now, and evidence to back those points up.
Three reasons we would keep Arteta. One, he's clearly impacted the way the team's performing recently, and the players still back him. So you can see that there is a level of okay. You want three specific things tactically, or just three things in general?
Just three things in general.
Very generic things.
You could 3 points that you'd keep him, but then you need evidence to back those points up.
Okay, so first, he clearly gets it because he's moving off the dead wood and the players that are not good enough to play for the club. We're already hearing that he's going to be moving Lacazette out. He's already moved Ozil, Socrates, Kolasinac, Mustafi, the likes of those guys, right? He's already moved them out, right? So that's one thing. He kind of gets who's good enough to play for the squad and who's not good enough to play. Two, he clearly has improved certain players in the squad, such as Saka, Smith Rowe, Granit Xhaka. You look at even Lacazette this season has improved. He's improved numerous players throughout the squad, and he's also impacted their careers, changing the trajectory of some of their careers, right? And then three, I would say he's working well with the recruitment team to get in players that would suit him in the short term and in the long term, such as we got Runnerson. We clearly did not think Runnerson was fit to play for us after the Man City game. Immediately, the club acted quick, and they worked in conjunction with the manager to get in a backup goalkeeper, which we needed. He also has the pulling power to get players like Gabriel and Pate through the door. Players that were playing in the Champions League last year, or this year, if they would have stayed at their clubs. So those are just some of the points that I would say. In addition to that, he's one of the best upcoming managers in world football, based on his tactics, his name, in addition to how people speak about him. And I just feel like we have a good gem on our hands, but we're underappreciating it because we're not seeing the results on the pitch. And the results on the pitch is due down to only the players right now. And it's not just the manager's fault.
Yeah, I agree with that. But I think there's some things that are down to the manager. I think the second point you had about improving certain players, I think some players haven't been such good under him, and he's starting to ruining them in terms of like maybe Martinelli. Yes, you can make the case about protecting him from injury, but he's been in matchday squads, so it kind of raises the question. Pepe is another one. In some aspects, Lacazette, because
Pepe's improved under Arteta. Lacazette has improved
in terms of like playing consistent games. He's not played more than 4 or 5 consistent games. I want to see Pepe play 10 consistent games starting. That's what I want to see.
No, but that's a false narrative, because he didn't play before the Leicester game, and he did amazing during the Leicester game. So if you're saying he needs to have consistent games to play well, that's not true, because he came in against Leicester and he didn't play for he didn't start for 3 games.
I get that, but I think to see more continuous progress, more continuous consistent results from him, I think you would need to see him start more. And that's seen in previous years when he's played consistent games. He's got consistent results and he's scored continuously as well, because you can say he played well today, then if you drop him against Burnley, his confidence may drop because you've now dropped him after he's played really well. And that's something Arteta has done previously. Other things like maybe Lacazette earlier in the season, he scored 3 and 3, and then he dropped him for a month, which again doesn't understand me. And after that, he was quite poor. And then in January, he became good again, and then he sort of dropped him again, and now he's come back in. So it's been very, I think his man management hasn't been the greatest as well. But I think in terms of getting the players out, you mentioned, he's got the Deadwood out, fair enough. But I think, you talk about that, and it's like we've cancelled their contracts. We haven't got profits out of them because it's a money thing. You spend 150 odd million on Özil, including wages, and you're literally just getting rid of him for nothing. And the same with Mustafi, around 50 million, including wages, you've got rid of him for nothing. And in terms of the results, the last thing is a manager has to be based on the results on the pitch, because that's what his job is, to get results on the pitch. And if he's not getting results, then something's clearly wrong with the manager, because that's where it has to go to. Yes, maybe he's not got the players, but it's just one of those things. What do you think?
Okay, so look at the games that we've lost this season, and look at how many of those games were lost down to individual errors and mistakes that was made by specific players. For example, you go to the Leeds game. Who told Pepe to headbutt somebody? In the Burnley game, things scored our own goal. We were our own enemy, right? You look at the Liverpool game. We had numerous chances Lacazette missed. In the Man City game, we have the two best chances after Man City's goal, and Ederson saved them, and Saka and Aubameyang both fluffed their lines and shot it directly at the keeper, right? There's numerous times throughout the season where I can show you individual errors and individual mistakes that led to us dropping points. It wasn't only the manager. The manager set us up correctly against the two Man City games. We only got 1 point. He set us up correctly in all the big games. We got something out of them. The games that we've struggled are against the smaller teams that sit back and we don't know how to break them down. That could have been because of the way we were playing, the tactics, little things like that. But hey, what are you going to do? I generally feel like with more time and more investment, he can get better. He can do better with this squad. And he's a long-term manager. And I don't want a short-term fix for a long-term problem. This has been a problem for 16, 17 years. Why not have somebody in there who at least wants to get back to the top instead of somebody who just wants to save their job?
Yeah, but I think that's true. I think even myself, I want, continuity. I want to believe in something. Like this is why at the start of, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah, I know. It's just some glitch. I'm just fixing it now. But yeah, I'm just sorting it out. It's a bit of a glitch. So, just to say, when Arteta came in, I was optimistic because he's this guy who's come in and, it's a breath of fresh air. You know what I mean? And I'm thinking, okay, let's get behind this, like everyone else did at the time. And I'm like, okay, let's see what this guy can bring. And I was like, I couldn't see a culture change. Like everyone's talking about this culture change sort of thing. I couldn't see that, So my thought process is, let's see how it goes, and we go into obviously the first season. He gets us knocked out against Olympiacos. Yes, he wins us the FA Cup, but I think if you look at those two games, you got Man City, you got Chelsea. You look at those two games, and it's like we've parked the bus. We've relied on Aubameyang to save us in situations, and this season it's kind of been the same. If it wasn't for Saka, if it wasn't for Saka's brilliance, would we have got through against Benfica? And then everyone would be trying to turn on him. You know what I'm trying to say? It's one of those things. I think individual brilliances have saved him in certain aspects, like the FA Cup and Community Shield. It's not a trophy, so I wouldn't count that. But you move into the next season. I'm saying, okay, let's see how he does this season, because he's had a decent transfer window. I gave it a 5 out of 10. I don't think we did enough. I thought we needed a Houssem Aouar type player to go into that window, because we didn't have to go into the season because we didn't have a selected number 10. And we don't get the results. We drop. And then it gets to a certain point. It's like, you can't keep going on with this anymore. You know what I mean? Your thoughts?
I'm confused. You said something about individual brilliance. What do you mean by that? Because we've lacked individual brilliance throughout the season. If you look at it from the beginning of the season, I could just go through it. I'll go through this quickly, okay? So Fulham game, yes, we won convincingly. West Ham, it was a close game. We ended up nicking the win at the end. Liverpool game, we lacked the clinical edge to finish that game off. Sheffield United, we did well. Man City, we lacked the clinicalness to finish that game. Leicester versus Arsenal, that game, the first game of the season, you know what? We lacked the clinical edge to finish that game. And you know what? A mistake cost us at the end. And I felt like there could have been more red cards given out than there were. The Manchester United game, penalty given, we were lucky. The Aston Villa game 3-0, we lost. We were absolutely terrible that game. The Leeds game, the draw, the Leeds should have battered us, but defensively we stayed solid. The Wolves game that we lost at home, we made critical errors to lead to both of Wolves' goals, and we just cost ourselves that game. The Tottenham game, we cost ourselves that game. We did not get dominated by Tottenham. They sat back and chilled while we took possession and took majority of the ball at their house. Burnley, 1-0. We conceded an own goal. Southampton, 1-1. We conceded a silly goal and a red card. At that point, we just wanted to hold on to the game. Everton, 2-1 away at Everton. We should have done better that game. We lost because Eddie Nketiah was not clinical, right? Chelsea, this is where our form started to turn, and you started to see more of what Arteta was trying to do. 3-1 against Chelsea, then 1-0 versus Brighton, right? Then 4-1 versus West Brom. Then you seen the Crystal Palace game. We drew 0-0. Everyone was going apeshit. That was not a bad performance overall. It's just we weren't clinical, right? The Newcastle game, we won 3-0, 3-1 versus Southampton. Manchester United draw 0-0. That game, they should have had a player sent off. The Wolves game that we recently lost at Wolves. Who on earth till this day would say that David Luiz was not harshly punished for that red card? Also, then you look at the Aston Villa game that we just lost recently too. Once again, errors. Who told Cedric to make the weak pass back to Gabriel that led to the opening goal? The rest of the game were defensively sound. We couldn't finish, and we couldn't create chances at the end of the day. We beat Leeds. We lost to Man City, and now we beat Leicester, and now we're going into a Burnley game. Throughout the whole season, there's critical errors and reasons behind everything and all the points that we've dropped. It's not me making excuses. It's literally factual reasons why everything went.
Yeah, that is.
So when
I get what you're trying to say.
Look under the surface, we're not as bad as we are. We've just been very, very, very error prone. And that's not down to
I think you have to look. But the fact of the matter is, we've lost 11 games with 10, which as Arsenal Football Club, I think is unacceptable. Because I think I just wanna talk about the points you suggested there about errors. Okay, if Bellerin's making errors, drop him. You had Maitland-Niles at the start of the season. Why don't you play him? Xhaka's making mistakes, drop him. I would rather see someone like Joe Willock instead of Xhaka trying to make. Just for example. Instead of Ceballos or Xhaka making mistakes, instead of Xhaka and Ceballos make mistakes, because I want to see those players like Xhaka, like Ceballos, that are not good enough to be dropped because they're not good enough. And you talk about getting rid of the deadwood as well. He's keeping. I don't think Lacazette's good enough, and he's trying to keep him, as we saw today. The reports coming out, and you see the same with the likes of Xhaka. He looks like he wants to keep him. Bellerin, he wants to keep him, but he wants to leave. So he's trying to keep some of these players who are error prone. So I'm thinking, why is he not dropping him? And just lastly, I don't think I put this across properly, but what I mean by individual brilliance saving him is the fact that in the Benfica second leg, our approach to that game, Arteta's approach was all wrong. Everything about it was wrong because we went into that game too cautious. I thought, okay, in this second leg, what we do is we take it to them. This is our home leg. Let's go to them. Let's try in the first 20 minutes. Let's try and blow them away. Try be on the front foot the whole time. We were really cautious. We got the one goal. Okay, fine. And then in the stroke of half time, we can see the free kick. You can't legislate for that. But then in the second half, Arsenal have to come out and say, look, we have to be on the front foot now. This is what Arteta has to say. Come on, Arsenal, tell his team we need to be on the front foot. We need to attack them, but we didn't. We sat back. Even when Ceballos conceded the goal for us, when they scored the second, we need two more. We're not attacking. We're literally sitting back. They've got so much ball. They've got so much area, and then it's and then obviously we got Willian passing it to Tierney. Brilliant shot by Tierney that saved us for one goal. And then Saka, his brilliant cross into Aubameyang that saved us. But the whole aspect of that game for me is wrong. That's why I gave certain players zeros, because they weren't trying at all. And it's one or two players that literally saved our butts that game. That's what I mean.
I think The whole individual brilliance thing, we actually lack people who have the individual brilliance to win us games. So when you say individual brilliance, that's more
I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying it's saving him. It's covering over his mistakes, basically, Arteta's.
Okay, so
that's sort of what I'm trying to say.
Manchester City's whole team has players who just create individual moments of brilliance. That to me is a weak argument against a manager.
But they have a style of play. They have a style of play that works with it. We don't have that. I don't think so.
Okay, so we don't have any style of play. We don't have any tactics. That's what you're saying. People.
No. I'm not. I don't think we have a set. I don't think we have a set style of play. I don't think so. I think he keeps changing too much.
What do you think he does?
Okay, so
what do we do as a team? Are we a counter-attacking team? Are we a defensive team? Are we a team that?
That's what I don't get.
That likes to hold on to possession? What do you think?
I can't see. I don't see that. I don't know what he's trying to do, because in some games we're sitting back, like earlier on in his career. Arteta's when he was at Arsenal, we're trying to sit back and trying to counter attack. And now what we're trying to do is we're trying to attack more. And then certain games like the Benfica one, where we're trying to win the game, we're sitting back. I'm not sure what the style of play is. I'm not sure what he's trying to do at this point in terms of style of play. Because sometimes we look good going forward, and sometimes we look really poor going forward. You know what I'm trying to say?
Do you not feel like he's able to? He adjusts based on the opponent that we play.
You could say that, but again, you look at teams like, let's say, Manchester City. Okay, Man City. Let's use that as a. That's an unfair
barometer. That's an unfair barometer, because they have elite players in comparison to what we have.
No, I'm not in terms of style of play, because everyone's talking about Arteta being this up and coming brilliant manager, and he's worked under Pep. So we're going to use that as the example. And under Pep, I see a style of play, what they're trying to do, how they approach every game, and they do it in a similar aspect. And you see the similar things. And look at Tuchel at Chelsea. I'm trying to look at styles of play. The Chelsea in one game, they're playing possession-based football. That that. And under Arteta, I don't see a set style of play. Again, you can talk about, you can change formations how many times in a game, you can do this and this and this. If it's working so well, then why are we 10th? This is what I'm not getting. And all this mistake thing, look in the Aston Villa game, we were beaten all round. 3-0, 1-0, 1-0, 3 times in a row. You know what I'm trying to say? So a lot of, look, Arteta has done some good things. I'm not saying he hasn't, but I just think there's some more bad things that override the good things.
You know what? We'd be here all day with the Arteta thing.
Let's just get into that. Let's just get started. Yeah. So first one, I'll give you the first one. Bernd Leno. Where do you think he goes?
Leno has been actually. How many players are we going to put in elite? Because I think Leno has been one of our elite players. Although he has made some errors, it's between elite or great for me. So I'm putting him in great right now, and then I can move him up later once I see the final product.
Yeah. So you're putting him in elite then? Because I think I agree with that.
I'm putting him in great for now, and I'll change him later depending on when I see the finished product.
Okay, fair enough. Next one,
hasn't seen enough.
Runnison. Yeah, I think definitely because I think you look in the Europa League.
I would put him in shit. I would put him in shit. But the thing is, I don't know if he's shit because I've only seen one bad game from him. So
yeah, because I think in some of the Europa League games he played, he looked half decent, didn't he?
Yeah. The Europa League is not a good barometer. And then he looked world class against those Europa League games.
Yeah. But I'm just trying to make a point because the goalkeeper, you can only do so much with the teams that are against you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Matt Ryan, I'm putting him in average.
Yeah, I think if you play, I feel safe with him as a backup. You know what I mean? I feel safe with him being a backup, and I think I'd keep him on a permanent basis. Agree?
Yeah. Now Bellerin. This is a guy who a lot of people are going to get annoyed, but I'm going to put Hector Bellerin just because people are going to hate this guy. I'm putting him in average because he's not as bad as people think he is. He's not as bad as people think he is.
Make an argument for that. What have you seen from Bellerin that suggests it?
Okay, the manager's picking him week in, week out. So he clearly thinks that Hector Bellerin is better than what the fans think he is. He thinks that he's better than Cedric. And he thinks that he's not garbage. And you know what? He has played well sometimes. So I'm gonna put him in average. I'm not gonna put him in shit because I'm saving shit for certain players.
For people in the comments are getting a bit angry with the Bellerin one, but we'll go with it for now. Next one, Kieran Tierney. I think that we can.
You gotta put Kieran Tierney in elite, man.
Yes, he is best left back in the league for me. I think it's a bit biased, but
by far.
Best left back.
Even Robertson knows. Even Robertson knows.
Yeah, even Robertson knows. But even for Scotland, he actually plays as a left centre back.
That's how crazy it is, right?
Yeah.
Now
Gabriel's the next one. It's a sticky one because at the start of the season he was really good, and then now he's
instead of average, you should put good. The name of that bracket should be good. Average is harsh. You should make like another bracket, make good, because
we'll keep it there for now.
Okay, yeah, Gabriel goes into average.
Yeah, I think for now, I think there is space for him to improve, but I think he's a young player, and I think over time he will.
Yeah. Okay.
Calum Chambers.
Just put him in shit, because we've seen his whole career. We've seen what he's done throughout his whole career at Arsenal, and it's just never been good enough. And you know, he's not an average player. He's been loaned out 2 times. And you know, on loan, he's done well. But every time he comes back, gets injuries, does not do well. And you know what? His injuries have let him down a lot. But I'm going to just put him in shit because, unfortunately, I have not seen enough, and I want him sold.
Yeah. I just want to quickly answer this comment. Man City and Chelsea have spent millions. We have spent more than Chelsea net. We've spent more than them.
Net spend is nothing. Net spend is not a real thing. When you have Hazard that you sell for 160 million, you sell the goalkeeper that they sold, Courtois, for 80 million. You sell.
We've had assets that we've not sold.
When you have Morata for 60 million, net spend is not real. If you look at this, if you have £20 and I have £100, right? But you sold something for £300 and you buy something worth £320. Did I spend more than you net? Yes. But guess what? You spent more money than me. That's what it is.
No, but my thing on this is we've had players over the years like Aaron Ramsey, like Alexis Sanchez. There's so many other examples like Van Persie, and we just let them go for free when they could do so much money.
That doesn't mean nothing. That doesn't mean nothing.
But that's our fault.
He said they spend money. They said they spend money. Yes, they spend more money than us. They will spend more money than us, and they will continue to spend more money than us because we have sustainable business that we do not spend as much as these other clubs. So we can only spend what we have and what we sell. And you know what? We don't sell a lot of players. The reason why we're able to get a Nicola Pepe is because we sold Iwobi for so much money.
That was probably a good deal, to be fair, in the last few years, selling Iwobi for 40 something million.
Even Martinez was a good deal because think about it. The man went from not playing any games to going for 20 million. If I told you,
I think the summer before he was going to leave for 2 million, we kept a hold of him and now we sold him for 16. I think we could have got a bit more though. When you look at, how much, Aaron Ramsdale went for, he went for around 24 million. So I thought maybe we could have got a bit more for Martinez, don't you think?
Possibly. Yeah. Possibly could have got more for Martinez. Possibly could have kept him. But of course, he wanted to move on for his career. And, wish him the best.
Yeah. Next one is Cedric. I think I'd put him in average. I think he's a decent. He's decent. He's not that bad.
Right now, he hasn't done anything wrong to put him in shit. So just say, yeah, average.
Yeah, average is fair enough for him. Next one is Rob Holding. Where would you put him?
Average.
I think. Yeah,
he's been good. He's been good at times. He won us a couple of FA Cups. He lost us a couple games also. He's overall he's been okay.
Yeah, he's not been bad.
Yeah, he hasn't been terrible. There's been worse.
Next one, David Luiz. Where would you put him? His experience has been very good, but he's made bad mistakes. You know what I mean? In certain games, and he's cost us.
David Luiz has overall, his career at Arsenal has been up and down. To say he's average is to say, you know what, he just had a couple mistakes. But he's had so bad mistakes that he's been absolutely terrible at times and absolutely good at times. So
it's average.
You could put him in any category and you have a case for it.
Exactly. That's actually so true. I think that's the best way to put it. But I think if you want to go for a middle ground, you have to put him in average, don't you?
Yeah, I guess so.
Let's just call this good if you want.
Make another bracket.
I'm not sure how to do brackets. No. I'm not sure what I'm doing at this point. Wait, there you go. I'm not sure. We'll just keep it there, but I'm not sure how to make another bracket, so we'll just keep it like that.
Okay. Okay.
It's my first time using this. So next one, Pablo Marie. Again, he's one. I think he's pretty decent.
I haven't seen enough of him because I feel like center backs. You need to see You need to see more from center backs than what we've seen to Pablo Marie. We see him once or twice here. I can't judge him on as many games as he's played at Arsenal. I can't judge him on those games. I need more of a larger sample size. So I haven't seen enough to rank him in good.
Yeah, fair enough then. I think this next one has to be on the top of the list. Bukayo Saka.
Yeah, Bukayo Saka, Starboy. He goes in elite. No question about it.
Yeah, he's just been brilliant for us, hasn't he? Next one, Danny Ceballos. I'm tempted to put him in shit, to be honest. Because look, he nearly cost us the Europa League.
He's not shit though. He's not shit. He literally saved us in the FA Cup versus Sheffield United. And like he's had good performances. Back end of last season, he was really good. Overall though, I'll put him in. Do you want to put him in shit? I don't know. It's your call.
I think I'll probably go for shit. I think overall he's not showing me enough, if I'm honest.
Can we go from Ainsley? Can we go Ainsley?
Ainsley, yeah, if you want. Where do you want to put Ainsley?
I'm putting Ainsley in shit.
Really?
Yeah. People overrate Ainsley. He's overrated.
I think he's slightly overrated, but I think he has potential to be really good. I'd say that much. I think.
I was one of those people who was too forgiving and just too forgiving. I shouldn't have been that forgiving. Should have put him in shit from the beginning. He's better than Bellerin. Let's be honest. Even at right back.
Next one, Joe Willock. I'm gonna put him in. I'd put him in shit, if I'm honest. I don't think he's that good at all.
Joe Willock is not good enough for the club right now, but he can get better. He has room to grow still. I think Newcastle's his level. We'll see him play well at Newcastle, but for now, put him in shit. Yeah.
Yeah. Next one, Nicola Pepe. I'm tempted to put this guy in great because I actually think he's a really good player for what he brings.
I think put him in good just based on the fact that he has produced some goals and assists. He has done good. I don't think he's played enough yet.
Yeah, fair enough then.
People are getting mad? Why is Pablo and not played enough? Because center backs need a larger sample size before you can put them in good or great.
I kind of agree with that, to be fair, because I think he's had a few injury problems. He's been in and out and things like that. So I think let's just see how he does for the next few months towards the end of the season, and then we'll see about that one. Next one, Martin Odegaard. What have you seen from him? What do you like about him so far? Do you think he's someone that could be good for us? And have you seen enough of him to rank him properly?
No, I haven't seen enough. It's been a couple games. He's been good in those games, but it's too early to just be reactionary and put him in garbage or shit or anything like that. Now, Smith Rowe, put him straight in good or great.
Yeah, I think Smith Rowe, he's looked great, but I think again, someone like Smith Rowe, he's been overused. Do you know what I mean? I think he's played way too for someone 19 years old. He's not played continuous Premier League games before. To put him straight in, play him 9 straight games, and now he's got injured. Do you think that's poor man management? Because I think in some aspects it is.
Put him straight in great. I feel like he's been great since he came into the team.
Yeah,
he's been great.
I do agree with that. Next one we'll go with is El Neni. Where do you think he should go?
Just put him in shit. He's not been good at all. But in his career at Arsenal, Thomas Partey has not played enough. Has not played enough.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
Because how many games has he played?
Yeah, he's played like 2 or 3 or something full games. I can't even remember, to be honest.
Okay, I'm gonna trigger a lot of people with the Granit Xhaka one. Take Granit Xhaka and put him in great.
Are you serious? Nah, shit.
Nah, put him in great. You know why? Because this man gets criminally underrated, and I know for a fact that it's going to trigger some people. So let's take him and put him in. Put Xhaka in great because he gets underrated.
Warning, Igal saying this, not me. Okay. Next on Lacazette. I think he'd probably go in good/average, if I'm honest. Overall, it's just not been great for him, has it? He's just been really inconsistent. I think that's the word.
I'll put him in good.
Yeah, I'll put him in the middle bracket. Next on Willian. Now he has been shit, but recently
you have to put him in shit.
Recently has started to pick up.
Nah, man, just put him in shit, man. He can't give us he can't give us 3 good games out of like 50.
Yeah, that's true.
Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, put him in elite. Yeah.
Yeah, I think if we're looking overall, then Aubameyang has to go in that top bracket here. Next one, Eddie Nketiah. Personally, I'd probably go with shit. He's not good enough to play for Arsenal, and he's played enough games for me to rank.
Same.
Next one is. The thing is with Reece Nelson,
enough. He has played enough to put him in shit.
I'm a bit sticky on that one. I'm in the middle of shit and hasn't played enough because I think there's a player in there, don't you think, Nelson? There's somewhere in there's a player.
Nketiah calling me shit. Oh my god, you guys are asses sometimes. Okay, Martinelli, put him in great because
he is great.
His career at Arsenal, he's been great.
Yeah, he has been great, to be honest. But that is the tier list that it's a combined tier list. So we've got Tierney, Saka, Aubameyang.
So let's do some swapping. So right now you gotta swap. You gotta take Bellerin, knock him down one.
Yeah, Bellerin definitely. You have to put Bellerin down there.
And then you take Xhaka and you knock him down one, and then now it's perfect.
Yeah, Xhaka again. I think I'd probably be tempted to put Xhaka down one below.
Just take Partey and take him out of hasn't played enough and put him in great, and we're good.
Nah, I don't think we've seen enough of Partey though in his Arsenal career because that's what we're looking at.
In his time at Arsenal, we've seen him when he does play. He changes games. Look at the Leeds game.
Yeah, but it's a tricky one, isn't it? It's still a tricky one with Partey, but. Go on then, I put him in great because I think he's a really good player though, Thomas Partey.
And then
but I think he has the potential to go into elite.
Leno can go into elite also from the players that we've had in their Arsenal career. So we've had 4 elite players, we've had 3 great players. The rest are average, the rest are shit, and 3 haven't played enough. I'm happy with that. Are you happy with that?
Yeah, I think I'm happy with that. I think maybe Xhaka one down.
Maybe Xhaka one up.
Are you serious? Oh
no, because you guys hate on him too much. There's an agenda against Xhaka and Bellerin that makes them worse.
But don't you think what he did against Crystal Palace?
This is Bellerin's Arsenal career. I'm sorry, take Bellerin, put him back up. This is his Arsenal career. Don't forget, this was the best right back in the league. 2016-17 season, 2015-16 season, he was good too. Don't forget how good this guy was.
Oh god. Oh, your jokes. I want to ask you. Okay, obviously this is our main squad we've got right now. I want to look at some of the loan players we've got. I'm not going to rank them. I just want you to also talk about them. You know, some of the players we've got on loan. I think they could be worth quite a bit of money. First one I want to touch on is Dinos Mavropanos. He's someone that been around reports lately. We're reportedly looking at him. Are you do loan watches yourself? So I'm assuming you watch some of these guys. What do you think of Mavropanos? Do you think he's someone who can have an Arsenal future? Because he came in under Wenger when Aubameyang came in, the same window. He played a few games. He got sent off against Leicester, I believe. So do you think he's someone that could come in and do well for us?
It all depends. If the club go out and buy another centre-back, there's no way on earth that they're going to hold on to Dino. But if they don't get another centre-back and their plans are to work with I think we have 11 or 16 centre-backs on the books, if you include all the academy centre-backs. When you include the Harry Clarks and the Daniel Ballards and everybody. So from that other crop of center backs that we have, I would say William Saliba and Mavropanos are at the top of the list after Omar Ragnick and Zach Medley is pretty much gone. So it depends. Does David Luiz stay? If David Luiz stays,
I get rid of him, if I'm honest.
If David Luiz stays, I don't see where William Saliba and Mavropanos get into the rotation.
I think Saliba needs a chance.
Especially if Chambers is still around, right? So we need to get rid of Chambers. We need to get rid of David Luiz. Let them leave or get the because David Luiz's contract's running out and Chambers could be sold. Then you have freed up the space for these guys, right? But you also need to remember that we don't have a big English quota. So could we also see a McGuinness or a Harry Clark or Ballard, any of those guys get in? I doubt it, but
I think McGuinness looked good against MK Dons. He actually scored a header, I remember.
I don't think McGuinness is going to play for Arsenal for another 2 seasons. I think he's big enough physically, but I don't think he's going to get a chance right away. Harry Clark is good too, but I don't think he's going to get a chance. Oh, don't get me started on Guendouzi, man. Guendouzi's a
apparently he's got into another sort of fight over there at Hertha.
Yeah, they said they compared his football. They compared him on the football pitch to a kid going through puberty, saying he's very immature. Wow. And he came in off the bench one game, got sent off, and caused a team.
You do know, like, with Guendouzi, I think there's such a good player in him. I think he's such a good player, but it's just some of these things he's doing. It's like he needs to be nurtured properly by a good manager. And maybe, I don't know how. I'm confused with this one. I think if we get the right money for him, I might just get rid of him, if I'm honest.
I think Guendouzi.
But maybe give him a chance next to Partey.
Guendouzi got lucky that Emery appreciated him so much, because when he came in, we increased his value by a lot. We should have sold him when we had the chance. Now his value has depreciated because he's having a tough time over there in Hertha Berlin. And I don't know if he's going to get much game time anymore.
Yeah, but I think other people have told me that he's looked good over at Hertha at times.
You know what? I think the only person who realistically has a chance is Willian Saliba and Mavropanos. Guendouzi, in my opinion, he's sold. As long as Arteta has this tough mentality when it comes to attitude, because he refused to say sorry to Socrates after he cussed him.
Yeah, I just want to say, look, I had a fight with someone about this the other day on Twitter, but it's just like, whether you're Arteta in or Arteta out, I don't think you should be having a go at people personally, because I think that's just something that, you know, everyone has their own opinions and their own reasons, and I think you should just respect each other and move on. So I think that's just something I want to say about that. But Lucas Torreira is the next one. Struggled out there in Spain. I think I'd probably sell him. Apparently there's a deal already lined up with Fiorentina, I think it is.
Yeah, he's gone. He's done.
Yeah. How much do you think we're getting? It's like 20 odd million we're getting or something. Maybe 15, 20 million I think we're probably going to get from 25.
All I know is we're gonna get the same return on investment than what we paid for, basically. How much we paid for him?
We paid 25.
Yeah, so we're gonna get around the same.
All right. William Saliba is the next one. Obviously, a lot of controversy.
Terrible game. He had a terrible game. Did you hear what he did? The man, 90 minutes. He passed his team's up 1-0. He passes the ball back to open space. The defender, the attacking player picks up the ball, slots it top corner.
Luckily, you're gonna get mistakes from a young player. You're gonna get mistakes from a young. But he got player of the month for Nice in his first month, and he's playing with young players as well, like Todibo.
He got player of the month. They won one game.
Yeah,
they didn't get one.
It's a tricky one. What would you do with him?
He played 5 games, got no clean sheets. Now he's played 7 games. I still don't think he's gotten a clean sheet. I feel like if we were a club with less expectations, we could weather the storm with a young player. But right now, I would bring him back next season and hopefully give him a chance next season. Right now, this season, he just needs to get his head back together, because his life has changed dramatically since the loss of his mother, his father, and moving over to UK. So it's a good thing that he's back in France, where he's closer to his friends and family that he grew up with.
Yeah. Next, just want to go through some comments. Gabriel's good, excellent, something not right with him. Yeah, after he got Corona, it's been weird with him. Chambers is average. Yeah, I think that's fair. Marie good, Ceballos shit. Cedric underrated, maybe in some aspects.
David Luiz next season is not going to be our first choice center back. He's going to be 3rd or 4th.
Yeah, because he's going to be like an approach role. I think I've heard something about that.
Yeah, he's going to be 4th choice most likely. It's going to be Gabriel, Pablo Marie, and Holding are going to be the first 3, and then Willian Saliba and maybe Mavropanos. But personally, I would go and get a second choice center back to play next to Gabriel. So you have Holding and Pablo Marie.
I've got Saliba and Gabriel.
I don't think Saliba's going to start next year.
I'd keep him in the squad. I'd keep him, playing some games, maybe in Europe if we get Europe. Don't you think?
I don't think he's going to start next
see
season. No. I don't think he's going to start next season.
Okay. Odegaard is good. Oh my God, man, Pepe and Bellerin in the same bracket. You've been smoking good. I didn't put Bellerin in that bracket. God did. Xhaka average.
This is his whole career. It's not just this season. Let them know.
Yeah. It's the whole career. Partey played 15 games. I think that's including sub appearances that he's had as well. So I don't think you can, to be honest. Anymore. Eddie as well. Call me. Oh God, we ain't gonna make it to Europa. Do you think we're gonna make Europe next season? Do you think we have a possibility?
We're gonna make it. We're gonna do it, people. Stop this. Where's all this pessimism coming from? We're gonna do it. Look at the teams around us. No, but look at how many shit games these teams around us are having now. Like, we're gonna get above. Oh man, I'm gonna put myself out there right now. I'm gonna say, yo, Aston Villa, we're gonna catch you. We're gonna catch some of these teams. Some of these teams that you guys are talking about, we're gonna catch them and we're gonna overtake them, because I don't know where this confidence is coming from. Tottenham, we're gonna catch you. Aston Villa, we're gonna catch you. Everton, we can catch you. I think we can catch about 3
teams. Do you think we can put the consistency together though?
Yeah, we can, because look at the games that we have to play. The games that we have to play in comparison to what Aston Villa have to go against. Aston Villa have much harder games than us, right? Let me just tell you some of the teams Aston Villa have to play. Aston Villa in the next couple of days, they're going to play Wolves, Tottenham. They're going to play Liverpool, Man City, Everton, Manchester United, Tottenham, Chelsea. That's Aston Villa's running at the end of the season, right? Yeah. That's tough. And then you look at Tottenham's running. If it all starts if we can beat Tottenham at home, that game. Is it at home or is it away? Yeah, it's at home. So Tottenham have an easy running right now. They got Fulham tomorrow, and then they got Crystal Palace on the weekend, and then they face us next week, Southampton. Then they face Manchester United, Everton, Leeds, Wolves, and Leicester, Aston Villa, all before the end of the season. So they have a tougher schedule than us also, right? Then you look at West Ham's schedule. West Ham also have a tough schedule, but they're in top 4 right now. Do you think West Ham could drop off? I think they could.
They could, but if they keep the consistent run together, they've not got brilliant.
West Ham don't have a hard schedule. West Ham don't have a hard schedule. They just face us, Manchester United, Chelsea, and Leicester.
Yeah,
that's it. And Everton.
You never know. They could be in the top 4. West Ham. You never know with them.
Nah, no way.
X thinks Spurs, could stay up there. But again, Spurs got Europa, and I think Jose is that kind of guy who might say, look, let's just go full out for Europa, like he did with Man United as well.
They're not winning nothing. Spurs are not winning nothing. It's going to start with losing.
It's just Jose that worries me. Jose worries me because he could win a trophy out of nowhere.
You shouldn't be worried about Tottenham. Tottenham are...
I'm worried about Jose, not Tottenham.
You shouldn't be even worried about Jose at this point. Jose at this point, he is absolutely beside himself. He's scrambling because he went from saying Bale is not ready to starting Bale getting 2 goals and an assist and making him look silly.
Yeah, I guess. What are your starting centre backs for Arsenal then right now? Who do you think is our best centre back pairing? I
just tweeted this out.
You did.
About an hour ago. For me, the best partnership we have right now is David Luiz and Gabriel, right? But some people are saying Pablo Mari. Yeah. Some people are saying Pablo Mari and Holding. Some people are saying Gabriel and Pablo Mari. I personally think Arteta. I don't think Arteta is going to play both of the left-sided center backs together. His whole ideal playing style depends on having one left-footed center back playing. So he wouldn't play both of them together. He's actually tried both of them together in training, and it hasn't worked. So he's not going to do it.
Would you go for either of these, Akanji or Zagadou?
I don't know the player too well. Is he talking about the one at in Germany?
Yeah, in Borussia Dortmund.
Nah, I don't know him too well. I haven't really.
Yeah. I've not seen much of them. They're good career mode players, but I've not really seen them actually play. We're just gonna wrap up soon. But Boybro says, "What transfers do you think we need to do? Any transfers in the summer? I think obviously, but what do you think we can do in the summer in transfer window? What do you expect?
I pray to God we get Jack Grealish and go all out and get ourselves some big signings.
If we sell our loan players, we could easily get 80 something million. We could get Jack Grealish money by selling one of our loan players, couldn't we? I think we could.
Probably.
I actually think we can win UEL. We can beat any team in UPL.
I think Lacazette's going to be gone. I think Lacazette's going to be gone, and we're going to get Osman Edwards in. And anyone who's saying don't get Edwards and start Balogun, you're an idiot.
You know the guy at Brentford, Ivan Toney. I'd probably go for him instead of
no. He's not that level, bro.
I think he's teared up League One and now he's teared up Championship. Maybe he could come and tear up Premier League. You never know. You never know because that's what Watkins did.
I doubt it, man. I doubt it. I think Ivan Toney is a level below what we're looking for.
UEL, too many clubs in good form. Yeah, you got some decent English clubs in there. Obviously, Leicester did drop out.
Listen, getting Olympiacos was the best thing we could do because now we're looking for a revenge and we have an inside man.
Yeah, I've said that as well.
And we have Socrates in the house to do our job.
Yeah, Socrates can get an own goal for us and do something for us. Jack Grealish will probably go to City or United, I think.
Where do you get that information from? First of all, Manchester United are not getting Jack Grealish unless they sell Paul Pogba. And right now, who can afford Paul Pogba? And then Manchester City, they don't need another attacking midfielder or a left winger or a right winger.
Yeah,
what they need is a striker. And they're going after a big name striker in the summer. So I don't believe that Man City or Manchester United are going to get him. I feel like we are the best, most likely team to get him, especially now that Chelsea are after Haaland. Liverpool are not going to get him. So it only leaves Arsenal.
Would you get someone like Watkins?
I don't mind Watkins, but I personally prefer Osman Edwards.
Yeah. Socrates was so good in Borussia Dortmund. What do you do in Arsenal to get him so bad? He wasn't actually that bad in his first season. I think he just didn't. I don't know. Arteta just didn't like him, so he ghosted him.
Poor recruitment. You don't want to get a player.
That's true.
Who is average throughout their whole career and has a couple good seasons to come to Arsenal at the back end of their career. Look at Thiago Silva. He's been great his whole career. He comes to Liverpool, has to adjust to the Premier League. He's having a terrible time.
Yeah. I swear if Olympiacos beats, I'm going to start watching basketball and take a break. Memento of the season or my spaghetti tacos. I think, that Benfica game, that was a heart attack FC at its finest. But I think this one player, I would love him out of every single... He's my favorite player in football right now. Erling Haaland. How much do you wish we could try and get this guy?
We're not going to get him. And if we were
going to get us... It's a dream.
We're not going to get him. He has a release clause. They can get him
in 2022.
They can get him next season on the release clause, or they can spend whatever money it takes to get him this summer. But I feel like if anyone's going to get him, it's Chelsea, because reports on the Football Terrace yesterday when I was on there, they're talking about how basically Haaland is the number one target by Roman Abramovich, and then when Abramovich wants somebody, he will get them.
No, Haaland's going Chelsea. Obviously I saw that yesterday with the agent they had on Football Terrace as well.
Haaland's going City. No, City don't want Haaland.
I don't know where they get this stuff from.
City didn't want Van Dijk or Harry Maguire because it cost too much. They ended up getting Ruben Diaz for 70 or 65, however much it was, because he's 23. If they're gonna get a player, yes, they'll go for a young, talented player. But in my opinion, the player that they're going to want to get is not Haaland. They're going to try to go for either Inter Milan's Lautaro Martinez, somebody like that. Perfect replacement for Aguero.
Last one, Balogun has been ghosting in the big under-23 games I've had. Yes, he has, but I think he's gone, to be honest, Balogun.
He's done. That one? He's done.
Yeah, he is done.
He's done because he wants assurances for game time. And in my opinion, if he's not getting assurances for game time, let him leave.
Yeah, I agree with that. But just lastly, where do you think we'll finish this season?
I think we will finish this season 7th or 6th.
7th or 6th. So do you think we'll edge into Europa League then?
Yeah, we'll get back into Europa League. And whoever the team is that wins the FA Cup will not be in competition. But if the League Cup goes to Spurs, they're in the Europa League that way, right?
No, I don't think so. I don't think League Cup gets Europa League. there might be something to do with qualifying. I'm not too sure, but I'm honestly, I don't know. But
am I
do you think
mistaken? Does the League Cup win for Spurs mean that they automatically qualify for Europa League? That's the question I have to ask.
Yeah, I'll search it up after this probably, but yeah, go subscribe to EGTV. Does content on the daily. So yeah, I think. Do you think we'll win Europa? Just last question.
Come back to me after this round. Hopefully we get past this round, then we'll know who our next two opponents are. That's when you come back to me, not right now. Let me ask you a question. Would Osman Edwards be a good signing?
If you asked me a year ago, yes. Right now, no.
Okay.
I just think.
Okay.
I think some better players out there. I think Edwards a cheap option for 15 million, but I think there's other players like your Watkins, like your Ivan Toney's. I think Ivan Toney could do a better one, but we'll see about that. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you have enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe. Where can they follow you, Igor? Obviously, I mentioned your YouTube. But where else can they follow you to watch your stream?
Yeah, at the Kitty G on Twitter. You guys go check me out there. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And on the Football Terrace, talking shit all the time about football.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys next one. Bye bye.